Imagine embarking on a journey into the unknown, tasked with exploring uncharted territories and facing countless adversities. This was the daunting mission of Meriwether Lewis and William Clark in 1804. In the early days of the 19th century, the American frontier was a vast, unexplored wilderness. The promise of this land was tantalizing, yet its perils were equally formidable. It was against this backdrop that President Thomas Jefferson commissioned a daring expedition. His goal? To find a practical route across the western half of the continent, and to establish an American presence before Britain and other European powers tried to claim it. Meriwether Lewis, Jefferson's private secretary, and William Clark, a seasoned frontiersman, were chosen to lead this expedition. Together, they would traverse the rugged terrain, negotiate the mighty rivers, and face the unpredictable elements. Their mission was not just a geographical exploration, but a diplomatic one as well. They were to study the area's plants, animal life and geography, and to establish trade with local Native American tribes. But this was no simple task. The expedition was venturing into the unknown. They had only vague notions of the land's topography and no certain knowledge of its inhabitants. The threat of disease, starvation and conflict were ever present. Their journey was not just a physical expedition but a test of human endurance and resilience. And as we peel back the layers of their journey, we find tales of hardship and bravery that often go untold. The stage is set. Let's delve into the extraordinary expedition of Lewis and Clark. The day-to-day life of the expedition members was anything but mundane. From grueling tasks to dietary hardships, each day brought its own set of unique challenges. As the sun rose, the expedition team would already be awake. With the day's duties commencing at first light, they would break camp, pack their belongings, and prepare for the day's journey. The men would take turns cooking, cleaning, hunting, and navigating the treacherous terrains. It was a regimen of hard manual labor, with the occasional respite coming in the form of a well-earned meal or a few hours of fitful sleep. The food they consumed was far from the comforts of home. Their diet mainly consisted of game meat, fish, roots, and berries. They had to hunt and forage for their meals, and when the game was scarce, they would have to make do with less. The lack of variety in their diet led to nutritional deficiencies, and the men often fell ill due to lack of proper nourishment. Beyond the physical hardships, they also had to contend with the ever-present dangers of the wilderness. There were threats from wild animals, including bears, wolves, and mountain lions. The weather posed its own set of challenges, with the team having to endure harsh winters, scorching summers, and sudden storms. The terrain was undeniably difficult, with steep mountains, swift rivers, and dense forests. Each step of the journey was a test of their endurance, their resolve, and their survival skills. The men of the Lewis and Clark expedition were not just explorers, they were also soldiers, hunters, cooks, and doctors. They had to mend their own clothes, repair their own equipment, and treat their own injuries. They had to navigate unfamiliar terrains, negotiate with indigenous tribes, and document their findings. The tasks they performed were not just physically demanding, but also required a high degree of skill, ingenuity, and resourcefulness. Yet despite these hardships, they never wavered in their mission. They pressed on, driven by a sense of duty, curiosity, and the promise of discovery. They endured the hardships, faced the dangers, and overcame the challenges, all in the name of exploration. The threats they faced were constant, but so was their determination. As they traversed the continent, Lewis and Clark met various Native American tribes, each encounter a delicate dance of diplomacy. The expedition party was not merely a group of explorers, but also ambassadors of a burgeoning nation, navigating the uncharted waters of cross-cultural interactions. Picture these hardened explorers, entering the territories of indigenous tribes with whom they shared no common language, customs, or history. Yet, they were tasked with establishing peaceful relations, negotiating for resources, and obtaining vital information about the terrain ahead. The stakes were high, and each encounter was fraught with potential peril. One of the most significant interactions occurred with the Shoshone tribe. In a twist of fate, Sacagawea, the expedition's interpreter, discovered the tribe's leader was her long-lost brother, Kamiawait. This fortuitous reunion facilitated the much-needed acquisition of horses and guides for the expedition's arduous trek across the Rocky Mountains. But not all encounters were as fortuitous. Tensions flared with the Teton Sioux, as misunderstandings escalated into a near-violent confrontation. The explorers' diplomatic acumen was tested to the limit as they de-escalated the situation, ensuring the expedition could continue. There were also instances of cooperation and mutual respect. The Nez Perce tribe, for example, provided the weary explorers with food and shelter during their time of need. They also taught the explorers how to make dugout canoes, which proved invaluable for navigating the treacherous waters of the Columbia River. These encounters were not just about survival. They were about diplomacy and negotiation. They required tact, patience, and a genuine willingness to understand and respect the cultures they encountered. The expedition was a mosaic of different tribes, each with its own unique customs and traditions. Lewis and Clark had to navigate these cultural complexities, often under immense pressure, without the benefit of modern translation tools or cultural guides. It's crucial to remember that these encounters were not merely happenstance but a series of deliberate, calculated engagements. The expedition's success hinged not only on their physical endurance, but also their ability to broker peace and foster goodwill among the various tribes they encountered. The Lewis and Clark expedition was an exploration of uncharted wilderness, yes, but it was also a journey into the complex world of intercultural diplomacy. It was a testament to the human capacity for understanding, cooperation, and mutual respect, even in the face of the unknown. These encounters served as a testament to their diplomatic skills as much as their survival instincts. Despite their stoic exterior, the expedition members were not immune to the physical and psychological toll of their journey. The wilderness was unyielding, and so were the illnesses and injuries that haunted the Corps. From the common cold to more serious ailments such as dysentery and venereal diseases, the men were constantly grappling with health issues. Malaria was a frequent visitor, its feverish chills gnawing away at their strength. Injuries too were part of the daily life. Broken limbs, cuts, and bruises were all too common as they traversed the rugged terrains, rode through tumultuous rivers, and faced unpredictable wildlife. Each day was a gamble, a dance with danger, testing the limits of their physical endurance. But the toll wasn't just physical. Imagine the mental strain of navigating the unknown, the constant fear of potential threats lurking in every corner, the isolation from familiar surroundings. The expedition members were in a constant state of high alert, their minds never at rest. The psychological impact was profound. Homesickness and loneliness were relentless companions, their thoughts often drifting back to their families and loved ones they left behind. The vast expanse of the wilderness could feel overwhelmingly isolating, and the uncertainty of their return journey loomed large. There were losses too. Sergeant Charles Floyd, one of the original members, succumbed to what is believed to be a burst appendix. His death was a somber reminder of their mortality, a shadow that hung over the expedition, adding to the psychological burden they carried. But amidst all this, there was resilience. The expedition members banded together, their camaraderie growing stronger with each passing day. They shared stories, sung songs, and even celebrated birthdays, carving out moments of joy in the face of adversity. This shared experience, the collective struggle, was a powerful glue that held them together, fueling their determination to forge ahead. The hardships they faced were a testament to the human spirit's capacity to endure and overcome. The Lewis and Clark expedition was not just a journey across the American wilderness, it was a journey into the depths of human resilience, a narrative of survival against all odds. The Lewis and Clark expedition left an indelible mark on the course of American history. This daring voyage of discovery, undertaken in the early 19th century, not only charted the unknown American West, but also laid the groundwork for the nation's expansion. The expedition's achievements are far-reaching and profound. They meticulously documented over 180 new animal species and more than 170 plants, providing an unprecedented glimpse into the biodiversity of the North American continent. Their interactions with various Native American tribes, while sometimes fraught, paved the way for future diplomatic relations. The Lewis and Clark expedition also played a pivotal role in fueling America's westward expansion. Their journey's accounts stirred the imagination of the nation, sparking a sense of adventure and a thirst for exploration amongst the American people. The expedition's detailed maps and observations of the land, its resources, and its inhabitants were invaluable to the pioneers who would follow in their footsteps, venturing into the wild frontier. But perhaps the most enduring legacy of the Lewis and Clark expedition is the spirit of exploration and discovery it embodies. Their journey, fraught with untold hardships, was a testament to human courage, resilience, and the relentless pursuit of knowledge. It reminds us that even in the face of adversity, the human spirit is indomitable. Their journey, fraught with hardships, stands as a testament to human courage, resilience, and the relentless pursuit of discovery.